All right, folks. Hello, welcome. We're back. Let me change some things here. Hopefully, things are fine. Let me see. Total Tavern, advanced round. All right, channel. Copy link. All right. Sorry about the delay, folks. I don't know why my bitrate just plummeted and murdered itself. It just killed itself for some reason. But nonetheless, here we are. Let me add this back into the tournament description so people know where to go. All right, new player, Swiss SFT. Here we go. Edit description. Nope, not that way. Okay, bam. All right, things should be back up and running, folks. Find your matches and all that. Close this, open up Total Tavern. There we go. Okay. All right. First of all, let me turn up sounds here. All right, multiplayer battles. Blocker back up. Now let's see what map we are now. We are on the Halls of Carrick Drum. So let me hop in one, two, three. Stream. All right. 128 kilo. Okay. Okay. Just messing with some things, folks, at the moment. All right. It seems like we do have another Wood Elf game up against Khorne. Is this what's going on? Mind the dogs, they love to bark. We are going to start loading in here. Alright. Make sure I don't need an admin at all. Okay, awesome. Things are fine. People are finding their opponents. Let us move on. Alright. So, for the Wood Elf side, we are going to have Drycha with Rouse to Wrath for that Dryad summon, and Melkos to spam out and slow down any of the enemies that they... I mean, it's not only... It's a slow, but also some decent damage as well. 62 to 125 per second. So, pretty good all around. That's the reason why it's used so often. It's really cheap and a good damage spell. War Dancers for the infantry plus internal guard. War Dancers should do great into any marauders, absolutely butcher them in fact. Blade Riders the Hagbane tips to screen out any throwing axes, which the Khorne player did bring 3 of them in total. Did I see any, did I miss any Treekin? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, I didn't notice there was a live caster as well with Earthblood to spam out for that Life Bloom. Nice. But, for the infantry, for Khorne, we're going to have a full front line of Marauders, plus dual weapons as well. 2 cultists for those Bloodletter summons with the Gate of Khorne. And we're also going to have Valkia for the Lord with, no surprise, Demon Shield and Spear of Sleipnir. 3 throwing axes for Treekin. War Dancers, throwing into War Dancers is fine as well. Even like Wood Elf Cav, etc. I don't know why I couldn't think of that, but Stag Knights, etc. They could do great into as well. They have a good AP with those axes at 21 plus fire damage as well. I also have bonus for his infantry if they charge into melee with any infantry of the Wood Elves. But right off the bat, we're gonna have some skirmishing from the Wood Elves, getting some okay volleys into the Marauder Horsemen, slowing them down with a poison as well to make it even harder for them to catch up and throw their axes in. We're gonna have some Fleshhounds summoned in. Drycha gets hit with an overcast, falls flat on her face. Throws a overcasted Melkos on top of these Marauder Horsemen, slowing them down, whittling them down a bit. Hagbane tips shooting, screening out those horsemen. Already though, 0.3 goes into the hands of Khorne with their skirmishing units. 0.1 as well is now taken over by the Wood Elves. Valkia absorbing some of those shots. Not where you want those shots to be going into. Definitely want them to go into the throwing axis. Valkia is too small of a target for those shots to be worth any value at all. Fleshhound's going to be coming around. If they get on top of those Hagbane tips, that could be really, really good. But for now, nothing. Fleshhounds going around as well. I presume Fleshhounds would do good into, what are they called again? I forgot. Glade Riders? Yes. The regular Glade Riders at least. We do have some Wild Hunters of Khorne summoned in. Wild Riders are wild. They do have Frenzy and bonus versus large, plus magical attacks. Pretty great all around. They should do good into Fleshhounds as they rely on their physical resistance of 20% as being demons. Hagbane tips still screaming and skirmishing back and forth with throwing axes. Wild Hunters of Kurnus are going to be able to get on top of those Flesh Hounds who charge into War Dancers for some reason. War Dancers do have that Shadows of Coils pop, so they up to 62 melee defense, going to mitigating a lot of the damage that the Flesh Hounds could theoretically put out. Chaos Warriors, I didn't even notice we're in. War Dancers won't do that great until Chaos Warriors, considering their armor. They don't have that great of AP of 10. That's still good, it's still okay nonetheless. So they should do fine into them, but they won't butcher them by any means. War Dancers being slaughtered by Flesh Hounds at the moment, though we do get some Glade Riders summoned in. Going to get a rear charge on them, going to do great. Point 1 goes to Khorne, and we just have a whole lot of cap weight from Khorne at the moment, though we do have the Dryad summon to help out with that. They're coming over, going to do great into Marauders. Both the cultists are slowly whittling down the infantry of the Wood Elves. Point 3 is now slipping into the Wood Elves' favor, however, and especially as we bring another Eternal Guard over. These throwing axes have been screened out and finished off, rather, by the Wood Elf player. Good job by them. These guys might rout off on this side, might give them time to come back, though they only have 39 models left, rather 1,000 HP left, and they will just be continuing to be shot by those Glade Riders. Wild Hunters of Kurnus doing fantastic into those Flesh Hounds, and will be able to continue chasing off these throwing axes if they so choose. War Dancers as well. They get onto point 3. Valkia is holding back these units of Glade Riders and Eternal Guard, though Eternal Guard are theoretically still on the point, so still providing some cap weight, though I bring those Glade Riders around the flank and help out with this side. Getting some nice rear charges on the Marauders would be good, as Marauders don't have fantastic leadership. I think, what is their base leadership, 70? They have a base leadership of 60, yeah, so. And with their Frenzy gone as well, once their leadership goes down far enough, they will lose ITP, so. Bloodletters do get summoned in, get a proper surround on the Eternal Guard, and War Dancers should do fantastic into them with their bonus versus infantry, though they're getting shot in the back, and War Dancers aren't exactly going to fall short. I mean, or rather give them a free win, as they do have bonus versus infantry, though they do have Shadows Coils popped, so right now they're mostly just holding at the moment. Glade Riders coming in here and trying to help out with point 1. What is this? A Spear Slapnir. Going to go through these all these Eternal Guard plus the Glade Riders and do some decent work. Point 1 right now, cap weight is going to the Wood Elves' favor, and Dryads are going to come over to help out as well. Blood Hunters finishing off these Marauders. Spellslinger hanging out on the back line. We do have some more Dryads summoned in as well. And we also have some Minotaurs summoned. Why am I summoning? Why am I saying it like that? Minotaurs. Eternal Guard. Rather, War Dancers being finished off by Flesh Hounds. Flesh Hounds get hit by another Melkos as they run into Dryads, and should do some good work into them, as they have magic damage to bypass that physical resistance of the Dryads, though in return Dryads also have magical attacks. So doing the same vice versa should be a bloody fight. Another Bloodletter unit summoned in should help out with that cap weight while they're waiting to be unsummoned. I don't know why summoned units have cap weight, but they really shouldn't. Glade Riders getting some shots into these Forsaken. Really don't like the Forsaken at all, but they're doing good into the Eternal Guard and War Dancers. Though we do have a rear charge coming in from these Glade Riders, should do some good work. Though Forsaken do have 100 armor, they have terrible melee defense at 15. Pretty rough. But 700 point lead, or rather a little over 300 point lead for the Khorne side, as the Wood Elves try to scrap it back and take back point 1, and it is switching back and forth each time. Right now the cap weight is in favor of the Wood Elves somehow, but it might just come back with the help of these Minotaurs. But if they can get point 1, that could be a good start for the Wood Elves to start taking back their they start making it back into the game, as they're not too far off in terms of points. Cultists might get finished off here by these Glade Riders, hopefully so, as they're a bit of a menace, and the Minotaurs get into combat here. But the issue is now they're fighting an Eternal Guard, they would do good into war dances with that bonus versus infantry. But the issue is that they're also being shot by glade riders, 2 of these, and then in some more glade guard as well in the back. This cultist gets shattered off completely, so running off the field. Dryads pushing into the back line, or rather pushing and chasing after these flesh hounds. Point 1 finally goes into the hands of the wood elves, so now wood elves are going to start racking up some points fairly quickly. So at this point, with how staggered the infantry is from the Khorne side, I think you might as well just continue pushing. As right now they only have 3 units on the field, holding on to point 2. One being a rather beat up unit of marauders, and these that are basically ready to rout. Forsaken being sent over to the Eternal Guard on point 3. I'm not sure that's the right choice. Maybe keeping them on point 2 would be the better answer. But yes, Wood Elf definitely need to probably take up the advance. Although now we have some Fury summoned in and some Marauders. Now you may be giving Khorne a little bit too much of a chance to start sending units in. Nonetheless, 48 to 862. Maybe the Wood Elf player believes that they will catch up eventually without having to push forward, which might be right. Forsaken doing okay into the Eternal Guard. It's kind of for some reason it's taking them a while, but it's because the Eternal Guard have 44 melee defense, so that's probably why. Chaos Furies. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying words right now. Chaos Furies summon in. Rather get a charge in, but definitely if you're going to bring Chaos Furies in, it's better to help out charging the back line to break those Eternal Guard faster. As right now, they're not really helping too much. Though, now a lot of the Wood Elf infantry has made their way over to point 3, so at this point, that fight was going to go to the Wood Elf favor. I think the Khorne player bowed out a little too soon, honestly. I think they could have scrapped it back, but nonetheless, the Wood Elf player will win it out there. In terms of values, what are we looking at here? 1214 for Drycha, 667 on these guys, 571 on this one, 833 on these, 627 here. I didn't realize that delay is probably back, unfortunately. Though, again, I had it on low latency for the previous stream, yet apparently there was still delay. So even if I'm back onto the normal latency, I don't think it matters at this point. There's really no difference. But frustrating nonetheless, YouTube. 391 here, values fine. 2208 on the Wild Hunters of Khorne. They did fantastic. Really one of your best counters to Flesh Hounds. They did really good work. We had some Sisters of Thorn and their reinforcements. Nice. Glade Riders did okay as well. Dryad did fine. Valkia did good, 1300 value. Chaos Warriors did good as well. And Minos didn't do so great. They kind of got slaughtered by the ranged of the Wood Elves. But solid match all around. Good job to both players. All right. See if there's any admin that needs to be doing. So far, none. I think we're okay. Let's check out the bracket real quick. All right. Bracket wise, let's get a refresh on that. Alright, let's see here. So, we actually only have one match finished so far, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the corner player definitely bowed out a little too soon. I mean, some matches end pretty quickly. If sometimes you just know you're not coming back from it, but corner player definitely had a chance to scrap back, as the would have player didn't seize the opportunity to continue pushing. But yes, only one match completed so far. Let's see how it goes. Unfortunately, Christophers has gotten 2 buys. If I had noticed that, I probably would have matched him up with somebody. That's really unfortunate. Dang, I wish I had noticed that. That sucks. Because now Christophers has no tiebreaker points, really. Aside from they fought Floating Fat Man in the first game. So they'll get tiebreaker points from whoever opponents that Floating Fat Man plays against. But this is 2 rounds of no opponents for them to get any tiebreaker points, which is really rough. Celania's doing pretty good all around. 3 Swiss points so far. Yeah, let's see. What was her name? Christophers? Christophers, yeah. Yeah, not getting really only 2 Swiss opponent points because of the fact that Floating Fat Man has done good enough to win 2 Swiss points. Codename Theropod. Did they... let's see. Okay. Yeah, if I notice next time, I'll definitely switch them in for a player, because it sucks having to go 2 rounds without playing it against anybody. Dang, I feel bad for them. That sucks. Again, I wish I had noticed. Check something out real quick. Fantastic leadership. I think what is their basically take back 0.1, and it is switching back and forth each time. Right now, the cap weight is in favor of the Wood Elf somehow. Okay, yeah, things are fine for now. Okay. Yes, if you ever have like a second buy in that case, if any of the new players are here, do let the tournament host know. Sometimes maybe they can switch things around and get you an opponent, because again, having to go 2 rounds without an opponent really, really sucks. And nobody wants that. Nobody likes that to happen. And sometimes these tournament hosts miss things, as you can see. Chaos Furies every game. Do a fork. Okay, you say you're struggling against Chaos Furies. I gotcha. Are you I don't like your echo. That's good, because again, I mentioned it earlier in the stream. I don't know if you heard it all, but I was telling the stream that if any new players have issues with, say, Furies, or specifically any unit in particular, right now Furies are the ones that are in contention at the moment, aside from the obvious ones like Steam Tanks and Soul Grinders and Medusas. So again, I mentioned earlier, as I was saying, that I didn't limit them, but if newer players are having an issue with them, do let me know. And feedback is always appreciated as a host. So if people are having issues with them, then next noob tournament I can limit them. I just need some more feedback from everybody. Yeah, what it's is it are the Furies just jumping on your back line? Is that what the issue is? I figured Empire would be one of the few factions that wouldn't struggle as much against Furies, considering how cheap and easy Empire Knights are to spam out. Oh yeah, do we have any dwarf players? Because I haven't had anybody talk about gyros at all. I don't think we have any dwarf players. I think we only have dwarfs. Because that was also another unit of contention. I completely forgot about them. Somebody limited them recently, and I talked about it earlier. I think it was was it Circia, or was it somebody else? I don't know. Maybe it was RTK. Does anybody know if they competed in those? How um how many they limited to? Was it two? I mean, I can check myself, but let's see. Was down? No. Three. And how was three? Was that still a bit of an issue? They hop on my guns, my artillery, and they hop on my outriders since they are like 200 cheaper than Empire Knights, and Knights take a while to kill them. It's kind of rough. Hmm. Okay, okay, I see. Yeah, they're also extremely quick as well. Um, to be fair, Empire Knights only have an 80 speed, only quote unquote. They have 78, but quote unquote only having 78 speed. If the Chaos player pulls out those Chaos Furies or plays with them smartly, it forces the Empire player to micro a lot more than they usually would against most factions. Um, and I always lose my train of thought. If the, as I was saying, if the Chaos player is careful with their Chaos Furies, choosing opportune times to use them, then I can imagine it being very tough for the Empire player to protect their back line, even with Empire Knights. Maybe trying Knights of the Black Rose could also be good there as well. The only reason I say that is because they're bonus for symmetry, but theoretically they are more of a holding unit. So, uh, hmm. See, here's my thing. Were you having issues with? I'm not trying to nitpick your problems at all. I'm just trying to get a clearer picture of it. When the Chaos Fairies jump on your range back line and you use Chaos Knights to charge at them, does the Chaos player just constantly push their Furies through your Empire Knights onto your range back line? Or do they pull them out of the engagement with the Empire Knights? Because theoretically, if so, if they don't do either of those, the ranged unit can come back online and start shooting again. But I imagine that while that Empire Knight is tangled with one unit of Chaos Furies, then you have another Chaos Fury unit getting on top of the backline unit, which just got away. So, yeah, how did 3 work? Was 3 a good max? I believe I heard good things from what I recall. In terms of looking at that feedback, I just can't remember though. I can't even remember who did it in the first place. Yeah, I usually spam attack them. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. That's a lot of what people do, which makes Kislev very frustrating because if people constantly, one of the things that makes Kislev super frustrating is their unbreakable status, right? They buy our blood proc. Now, if a person is spam right clicking with those, they're really cheap cav unit that cost white dervishes, they can get onto your backline unit and permanently shut down that backline unit for an extra 30 seconds because they managed to spam click past your cav or whatever unit holding them back and are now engaged with your ranged back line for an unbreakable 30 seconds or 25 seconds because they spam right clicked. And that's just a big issue with demonic units and undead units and just any unit that has like a tough time breaking. Either A, doesn't route, B, takes a long while to route, or C, takes a long while to crumble, like vampire units, or rather undead units. So I could imagine the struggle. And we have Hardboiled and Codename Rap God left. Yeah, I mean, okay, so if somebody brings 4 in total, that means they can spam out. They can spam out for quite frequently. That is a lot. Let's see here. So, as Nerval, let's say Nerval, whatever, for whatever reason. 600 you're paying for Chaos Furies. You bring 4 of them, they all die. You bring them back again for 1200, 1800, 2100 worth of supply points, and you can just spam them out. And if you reserve some points, which can be pretty drastic, because then that player that they're up against has to deal with all of those at the same time. And they have a +9 from Cloud of Flies, bringing them up to, what is that? 27 melee defense, which is not too shabby for a cheap 600 cost unit. They also have magical attacks and poison. Not only that, they have 20% Fizz res. They don't have fantastic leadership of 50, but comparing them to, like, say, Chaos Warhounds, only have 38. They can be routed off extremely quickly. And Chaos Furies, if they do break, they just have to go through Demonic Instability. Which, to be fair, Demonic Instability does a lot of damage fairly quickly. But it means while they're going through Demonic Instability, they have to... You're having to sit there and wait for them to go from Demonic Instability to Banished. So they completely die off. So in the meanwhile, your unit is held back while that Chaos Fury is engaged with them. Oh, hold on. No, don't nerf Furies in the ground. Listen, They were honestly not great. They were in a pretty crap spot all around before this. What needs to happen, most likely, is limit their unit cap on them in domination, most likely. Oh, I just realized I had it on. One second. Get in a call real quick. Yeah, to be fair, I'm back. The Nurgle Furies aren't even really the best ones. There's some, a lot of the other ones are rather good, like Zinches are hugely problematic. They have barrier, first of all, and Zinch as a roster in general really benefits from Chaos Furies, their playstyle. Oh yeah, did the last person finish their match? Let's see. Last two set of people finish their match? Yes, so the last we're moving on to round 4. So people find your games. Let's see. If that person doesn't have a match again, Christoph, yeah, they do. They don't, so let me change their they're up against. Um let's see. Yashkov, where's Yashkov at? Did Yashkov even sign up? I don't think they did. I don't see them. Unless they dropped. Let's see. Okay, let me figure this out real quick. Yeah, Yashkov didn't check in. I would a lot of players not checking in general. Let's see. Man, that sucks. If we had just one more player check in, then Christopher could have had a chance. Man, the admining of the Total Tavern sucks. Like the admin, what is it called? Admin panel? Takes way too long to load. But yeah, maybe next time we'll try 3 Chaos Furies max. If people put it to a vote, we can do 2. Actually, I think I can start one. Yeah. Journeys. There should be a poll up. The people can vote on it if need be. If they're interested at all. Let me. Let's see. Hard boiled. Who did they? How many points do they have so far? Two. Hard boiled. They have 0. Okay, let's see what the names are here. Okay. So I swapped 2 people around because Christoph, I feel bad that they haven't found a match yet. So Christ. Who was it? Who did I swap around? Who's the longest underscore again? Oh, it's damn. Oh, William, you're on longest underscore. Yeah, play against Nipez. Let me see. So Bakta, okay. Yeah, get that man a match. Play them, and I will play hard boil just to get them a match in. Because again, it sucks having to go 4 rounds without a freaking match, or 2 rounds in total without a match. So hard boiled, rather Christoph first deserves a match, and I'll play against hard boiled. Which one is hard boiled? There's so many. Why is there so many hard boils in here? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hard boiled people in the Discord. I don't even know if hardboiled is here or not because oh, not hardboiled. That player, Christophers. I haven't seen them type in the chat at all. I mean, they played their first round. Also, not really an issue if I try to play a new player because, first of all, I'm very out of practice. I don't play much at all anymore. Very little do I play land battle so often, but other than that, all right, cool. Hardboiled is up for it. Let's see. So round 4 we have Oakenshield. All right. I will do. I don't know. Skaven. Skaven are fun. Yeah. Yeah, Skaven. All right. Let's see. Up against Warriors of Chaos, seems like. All right. Do. Walk. Okay, yeah. Warriors of Chaos, it seems like. Bring that. Bring that. That could be good. To where's the chaos, huh? Let me bring one of these. That could be fun, yeah. Alright. Oh, I am missing something here. There's something very, very important. There we go. Why is that spell so expensive? My god. That was ridiculous. Um, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Here, one more thing. Probably some of these guys. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I think I got something here. Okay, let's do it. This is probably gonna be an L, but it should be fun. Alright. So I am by no means a professional skating player. FYI. Alright. Two unfortunate souls had a tough time loading into this map and were constantly crashing. I don't think I've ever seen this map in an actual domination match. And I probably know why. It's very one-dimensional, I guess. I've used it in land battle with caps, but other than that, never ever have I seen this in domination. I didn't even recall it being a domination map. I don't know why I put this in the tournament list. Hopefully, no other people have issues with it though. So, brought some Night Runners, just to skirmish a little back and forth. Theoretically, they shouldn't do that great though, with the skirmishing of the Warriors of Chaos. I'm actually gonna put this back here. No, I kind of want that contesting point too. Yeah, that's fine. Brought some Plague Monks because fun. They should trade good into Marauders. Theoretically should. Probably going to be aiming for point 1 and 2 as a Skaven. You don't want to split up your forces too much. And a whole bunch of Slingers because they're cost effective. Alright, let's do this. No, wait. Alright.
Council's command. The plague monks. Tail swan. Scampering. We move. Time to go. Quick. Our tail yours. At once. Snitch goes.
Yeah, the Marauder Horsemen have more range than the Night Runners. What do they got? We got Kolek? Nice! Awesome. Do we have a no, we don't have a Nurglecaster. Wow. Death, huh? Interesting.
Yes. What? Advance retreat. What's right? We move north. Yes, master. Scurry. What? And skitter. March, scurry it. I'm moving. Like the wind. Your desire. The scuttle goes.
Sorry, that range is small. I didn't know it was so small. Oh, I didn't overcast that. Oops. What is this shooting at right now? Why is the Plague-Cloudable shooting at me? What was that?
Slingers! Moving! Our tail's yours! He's coming! Our tail's yours! We move! The plague monks, yeah! I don't know! Lord of Assassins! Ready, ready! Forward or backward? Scabbing this! Eat, bite! Master Snake! Take the
Cool. Yo, 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 yo.
You have the foe's victory point.
Ready, ready!
Oh, they're on guard mode? Please. Oh, they're not on guard mode. They've just been moving up the entire time.
The guy guys on one! Moving! Shriek! At once! At once!
Oh man, do I have any more spots for... Yeah, I do. Okay, good.
Kill, yes! Night runners!
I've had these guys in reserve the entire time, just sitting there doing nothing. Classic.
Magic, magic!
That hurt. Trying to have it fire at will again.
Yeah, yes, Master Lord!
I knew it.
Oh,
Unending.
it was cool seeing Kolek. How did Kolek do, by the way? 444, not that great. How do the Plague Monks do? I mean, I didn't have them in match the entire time. Warplock Giselles are menace as usual. Oh, William, your opponent hasn't responded? Let me see. Why is he not? He should be in Kristoff's. Maybe they left. Maybe because they've been in the tournament this entire time. They played their first match, maybe? Let's see. Wait, what? Yeah, yeah. Okay, they played the first match against Floating Fat Man. Did they leave just the rest of the tournament? Oh no, that's frustrating. Because if I knew that, then I wouldn't have placed Kristoff against anybody. Yeah, Nipez is the Kristoff first person. I'll show you the bracket. Yeah, yeah. So, oops. Yeah, Nifes, I believe, is Christophers, and they were in the tournament for most of it. This time, these two matches, they got buys. So I figured, okay, let me place them against somebody, against you, for example, because they played their original match right here. I just saw it. Yeah, right here against Floating Fat Man. They lost. Oh, you know what? I think Floating Fat Man counted their score as their match as a win, even though they never played. Because I told them if they don't play in 10 minutes, they get to win. I don't think they told me then. If they, damn it, that sucks. If they told me that they never played, then I would have dropped that person, so there would have been an empty bracket the entire time. Man, that sucks. Ah, if I knew that they weren't there, frick, man, that sucks. No communication. Oh man, that's sorry. Sorry about that, William. Dang. I thought they were in the tournament the entire time, and they never played. They just weren't playing, or they weren't getting matches. Should tell you what to do. Let me see. Okay, yeah, you can just play hard boiled, William. Hard boiled is up for it. Yeah, that was your original opponent, anyways. I'm glad they're up for it. I guess I'll spectate your match then, Sorbakta. Or William. Because I think everybody else's match is underway in progress. So. Actually, what is the Let's see. One second. Bracket. Change this back around. Hard boiled. And the longest. Okay. All good now. But I think the rest of the matches are done anyways, so. Yeah. But there's 2 brackets. Let me change that real quick. Alright, hold on. Alright, there we go. Okay, so who... Let me make sure all the Swift points are correctly. In fact, are calculated correctly. So Floating Fat Man, they got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so they got 4 Swiss points. We got Hydro. Oops, let's see here. Okay, so we have Hydro with 4 points. Let's see. Everything's fine. Yep, Hardboiled, Smur, and let's see, Hydro up here as well, and then another here. So 4 points. All right. So I do want these 2 to finish their game, so any OP points are factored in. So Solanius, let's see. Let's see, did they play against him at all? Hammered Zebra, let's see, Hard Boiled. Carfish, and let's see, Hammered Zebra, who did they play against? Against once here. Against Floating Fat Man, and yeah, I'm just gonna wait for them to finish, just an off chance that affects anything. Do. Oh yeah, did the poll finish? I don't think I noticed if the poll finished or not. I wonder if I can check when the poll, what the results were for the poll whenever it finished. Let me see real quick. All right. Okay, so it ended up at 2. So next new player tournament, we'll switch it to 2, limited to 2. And in the poll, there we go. All right. So total 12 votes. 2 receiving 75% of the votes. Siege player spotted. Siege coming in with the no vote, the no limit to troll everybody. Siege doesn't even care. It's just like, let me throw in this answer real quick, just so everybody else suffers. Yeah, I probably won't use OpenShield again. I gotta mark down which maps I do or don't like. That's also another thing that new players can give me feedback about. What maps they didn't enjoy playing on. Like OpenShield, it seems fine. I just don't think it really has much of a... I don't think it really has much. I'm just gonna end it at that. I don't think it really has much to add to tournaments. Yeah, I think Zinch is perfectly fine without Fury, to be honest. They already have plenty of good units. Centaurs of Zinch, being one of them, being a fast, mobile terror piece. Or not even terror piece, but just wrecking ball. They also have, what are they called? Screaming Rays, whatever they're... I'd have to look. Halls of Character Drum. Yeah, I do like the Halls of Character Drum a lot. Yeah. But for the armies, we do have good old Prince Sigvald gonna grind things out. He has Silver Slash. Is it Silver Lash? I think it's Silver Slash, yeah. With Slippery for that melee defense. Paragon of Excess for that -5 melee attack. And Auric Armor for that HP regen. We also have a Chaos Sorcerer of Death with just Spirit Leech on the horse. Full front line of Chaos Warriors with some Marauders in the back line. And some Hellstriders of Slaanesh. These guys also need some help. Poor Slaanesh, man, getting butchered so badly. Hellstriders are so haggard. But Master Engineer on a tank. A little bastard this guy is. He's got the Pigeon Bomb, and that's it. No restock. 2 Engineers as well, with both of them Mercurial Shot. That's pretty nasty. That's pretty dirty there, what you're doing here, Soy Bacta. A whole bunch of Spearmen at arms as a front line. And some great swords. Cool. I'd love to see me some great swords. They should do great into Chaos Warriors. And we have 1 mortar. Is it just the 1? Yeah, I think it's just the 1. And we have 1 archer unit. Oh, let's see how it goes. Screamers. Yeah. There we go. I think it's because one of the regiments of renown, the regiment of renown of the Screamers is like something Sky Rays, and that's why I get them mixed up. But yeah. They have Screamers, they have Centaurs of Zinch. They're fine. And Chaineybringers are also insane, yeah. Exactly. But right off the bat, we do have the Hellstriders capturing point 1. Well played, smart there by Warriors of Chaos. With the points unlocking at the very beginning of the game now, these players do benefit a lot from sending out cheap skirmish units very quickly to get capture these points and start racking up points, because these 16 points could like win you the game easily later on. You don't know. Hellstriders being sent in after the Mass Engineer just to screen them out a bit. Mercurial Shot being sent into them, and they take quite a bit of a beating, but they're still up and about. Spirit Leech whittling down the Master Engineer. There's no life caster to heal him up, anything like that, so... he does get surrounded by Hellstriders, but Hellstriders have pretty piss poor AP being honest. Well, okay, 10 isn't that bad. I thought it was worse than that, but still, it's not great. Their melee stats is where they suffer, 24 to 26, but they do have bonus versus large of a whole 5. That's a whole lot. But yeah, pigeon bombs gonna send those Hell Striders routing, and then these guys are under fire from those mortars, and they might go into routing as well. -3, but they're back up to 12. They go back to 9, and yeah, we'll see. Point 3 is in the hands of Warriors of Chaos as well. Chaos Warriors going on to the point. We have a whole bunch of Chaos Warriors and Marauders making it up to point 2. They will definitely outcap everything Empire has at the moment. Infantry is the winning game here. And the Warriors of Chaos has brought many infantry. Manticore summoned in, and we have some more Chaos Warriors summoned in as well. These Hell Striders coming back. These Hell Striders, however, have been screened out a little bit by those engineers. These guys routing as well. Archers shooting into the blob of the Marauders and Chaos Warriors. Definitely got to be careful with these blobs here, because look at that. My god, from the gritty launchers. That is dirty. Yeah, if you're going to keep a lot of infantry on the point like this, definitely probably space them out. Like say Chaos Warrior here. Or rather, Chaos Warrior here, a Marauder here in the back line. And yeah, just like that, just so that doesn't really happen, because they're taking a tremendous amount of damage right now from the grenade launchers due to the blobbing. Let's look at the value here for the grenade launchers. It's already 400 value in their first few volleys. Engineers just right and dirty, being little bastards, shooting at everything, sniping them out with those long rifles. Yeah, Jesus man, something needs to be done about these Outriders. And 3 of these Hell Striders are being tied up by a single Empire Knight. Got to bring one of these Hell Striders back. The mortar isn't even the big issues right now. Let the Manticore deal with that. Send these Hell Striders back here to deal with these grenade launchers, or the Manticore. Again, the mortar just isn't a really big issue. Send the Manticore over here and the Hell Striders over here. But Empire Knights are going to be summoned in. Yeah, the issue with going into the backline like this is the Empire Knights. Empire can bring out cav very quickly, but at least they tear out those mortars. Point 2, though, remains in the hands of the Warriors of Chaos. They're just being butchered at the moment. Engineers just shooting at everything they see. Point 1 is in the hands of the Empire. 297, 300 to 157 for the Empire side. Pigeon Bomb gets launched onto the Chaos Warriors, but the Warriors of Chaos player was smart, and I don't know if it was intentional or not, but they dodged it with the Warriors of Chaos. A lot of their models are being dragged right now. A lot of their entities are being stuck on the Spearmen, which is not great because they're taking damage in the meantime while that's happening. So you need to pull those guys back and then send them around, so their entities are no longer stuck. You have some badass Chaos Knights. Hell yeah, I love these guys. Look at these guys riding dirty. Coming over. Gonna try to surround those Master Engineers. If not, they can just ride through these archers and burn through them, and with the Spearmen as well. Spearmen don't have great AP. So another Spear Lich on top of the Master Engineer, who's being chased down by Prince Sigvald. I don't know where Prince Sigvald is taking so much damage from. Maybe it's from the Great Swords. But nonetheless, he's chasing down that Master Engineer, and he will put down a beating on him if possible. Though, unfortunately, Chaos Sorcerer is now routing. He did take another steam cannon shot to the face, or to the back of the head, rather. And that's also the frustrating part about having to deal with steam tanks. They shoot while moving. So when you're fighting them with a single entity, they're being shot in the meantime. And there he goes, immediately terror routes and takes another cannon shot. My god, that poor Chaos Sorcerer. Yeah, Empire Knights rolling through, getting on top of those archers, running them down, Marauders chasing after the engineers, but so they don't get their charge off into the Spearmen, which is not great. Definitely would start unsummoning some of these haggard units of Chaos Warriors and beat up Marauders, and send some actual infantry over to point 1. Also turn around these Chaos Knights and get into the Knights of the Black Rose, or get on top of those grenade launchers. Issues, the grenade launchers are faster, I think, yes, 84 to 70, though they will get a charge off into them, which is good. Issues that they're going to now get recharged by the Knights of the Black Rose. But the Warriors of Chaos player is pushing through and trying to get on top of the other one. Definitely need some more dogs, though. More dogs to chase down these grenade launchers, because they're a serious issue at the moment. Hellstriders have been shattered off, finished off by those Empire Knights. Point 3, it might be contested here soon with the Free Company Militia being summoned in. Free Company Militia are a fantastic infantry piece. They can shoot and before they get into melee, and have decent melee stats, 28, 25. Not great weapon strength, but having those guns helps a lot. Another pigeon bomb on top of those marauders, doing some good stuff there. The marauders terror routed from that damnable master engineer. Point 2 now in the hands of the Empire. Points are starting to even out here as the Empire player starts to catch up. 2 points in the hands of the Empire side. Warriors of Chaos needs to start going over to point 3 and take it back, or focus a big push onto point 1 and then move on to point 2. Yeah, double engineer and master engineer is really tough to deal with. I gotta be honest here. I do not envy the Warriors of Chaos player here. Sigafald is trying his best, but it's not enough. Another Spirit Leech going on top of those master engineer, and then look at that, another freaking volley there from the grenade launchers. That is so rough. Definitely think it might be going into the hands of the Empire player here, as they're allowed to get away with those grenade launchers for so long. Engineers getting some shots into those Dragon Ogres. Cool, seeing some Dragon Ogres summoned in. They would do some good damage into the engineers, but that's only if they can actually catch them. I don't think they will be able to, and they just immediately lose a model there from both of those engineers shooting at them. That's really rough. Yeah, at this point, I'll bring the Dragon Ogres over here, gonna surround that Master Engineer and just kill him off completely. That's exactly what the Dragon Ogres are for. Keep Sigvald on point 2 and help out with the Marauder units and the Chaos Warriors. They try to take that point back, bring back the Chaos Sorcerer, either unsummon them, they rout again. It's just unfortunate, but yeah, Master Engineer could fall here depending. We'll see, but definitely looks like Empire is really taking control of this. Sorcerer dies, gets shot in the freaking face by the engineers. Engineers are so dastardly. They're so... And but yeah, look at that, a full freaking surround there on the Master Engineer, and he managed to get away with the Dragon Ogres and the Hellstriders. That's tough. That's really tough there. But Empire Spearmen being unsummoned for some points, extra points. Do have the Demigryph Knights coming over, gonna do some great work into the Dragon Ogres, who are still focusing their charge right now on the Master Engineer, so they can get the charge off into the Demigryph Knights. Yeah, Soybakta majorly in the gold damage value lead, and probably going to be going in the Empire's favor here, unfortunately. Good try by Hardboiled, and well played to both players. Hellstriders get into engagement with the Empire Knights. If the Hellstriders weren't so banished at the moment, this would be a lot easier. But yeah, Hellstriders just really need some help again. This is why Steam Tanks are bad, yeah. I might ban them just for the newbie tournaments because it's harder for noobs to deal with them.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Wow, Hellstriders get another surround on Master Engineer. Hellstriders, what kind of mass did they even have? 650? Yeah, they're pretty low. Like, what do the Demogryphs have? 1500? Well, to be fair, they are an elite cav, but still, the Hellstriders, you can easily get away from them. They're just way too easy to move past. No, the Master Engineer on the same tank has a lot of mass as well, 5,000, so. I would say it's almost going to fall here, but it's really not. 1700 HP, and then the Demogryph Knights come over. Yeah. I mean, I don't even think the Steam Tank was the biggest breadwinner here. I think it was the grenade launchers. They were just not shut down at all the entire game. But, yeah, because I mean, look at these Outriders. 132 kills, 1,500 freaking value. These guys got 189 kills. I presume about the same amount of value. Let's see, yeah, 1569 and 2012 here. Yeah, they were rather uncontested the entire game. And I definitely think the Mana Core would have been a good job. Would have been the answer to dealing with those, or screen them out. or just more dogs. You definitely need more dogs instead of Host Riders. Chaos Knights are cool, however. Dragon Ogres, they had a bit of a tough time there with the Demogryph Knights and the Steam Tank. But well played to both players. Let us move on to the semifinals. Let me check the scores first, real quick. So, right here, we have Floating Flatman in the lead, 4 Swiss points, 7 OPP points. Hydra with 4 as well. Celianius with 3, and Notice with 3 as well. So these 4 would be the top, as they just beat out Hammered Zebra, unfortunately, with only 7. Wow, my dogs are just barking a storm up right now. I'm sure you guys hear that, but Jesus. Yeah. These 4 will be going to the finals. Oh, no, I didn't mean to advance Swiss. Oops. Ignore that, guys. Just don't. I wonder if that'll affect things. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that definitely affected things. God damn it. My dogs are barking a storm right now. That affected things. Crap. Okay. Yeah, it's because I... Frick, man. Let me deal with that later. Let me see if the... shoot. That really sucks. Let's see. Floating famine. Can anybody tell me what the... I'll just check it in on my thing. Yeah, my dogs are barking a storm. Sorry about that, guys. Let me check real quick here, see how badly I messed up with that. So Floating Flatman, Hydro, Sylvanas, and Gendis? Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. I freaking messed up. Pressed the wrong button. I see my brain sees blue button. It click. Like why? Why brain do that? Thanks, Zebra. I appreciate it. Let me get rid of those matches. Zebra coming in clutch there. Man, that was a blunder there. Let's see. So let me change this first. I'll change the finals winners first, or the final players. Let's see. Solanius and Gendius, I think. Thank you again to Zebra. Here we go. All right. 1 second, guys. We'll get get things under control real quick. There shouldn't be a fifth round. So anybody watching the stream and they see a fifth round, don't worry about it. That was just an accident on my part. What is her name? Yeah, thanks for hanging out, William. Thanks for playing as well. I'll catch you next time. Appreciate you hanging out. All right, I think things should be fine now. Let's see. Solanius is against Floating Fat Man, and Lendies is against Hydro. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Things should be underway now. Alright, there we go. Now I just gotta find a match to watch. So this map will be the Hag's Conclave. And we will see another What If match against the Beastmen this time. Good old grudge match between these two factions. You know how it is. Beastmen coming to your forest. You can't help but be an angry tree because of it. You have the wild humans running around with guns, just shooting everything that moves. Wood elves are tired and they're angry. Beastmen stink and they just want to run around burning everything to the ground. It's weird. I never usually have any admin problems at all, but these last two tournaments have just been filled with them, mostly because of my own doing though. It hasn't been bad enough to the point where it gets frustrating to host, but it just sucks having problems sometimes because it slows down the stream, slows down the tournament. It's tough. But I hope the players are having a good time nonetheless. I do enjoy hosting these noob tournaments. Both players are ready, and we'll get things started. Alright. So we do have Drycha again, and she's up against a great Bray Shaman of Wild, who I presume will have Trader Kin. And this will be on the Hag's Conclave. I mentioned before I wasn't huge of a fan of the buff right here in the little center, but I think it's a really cool map, and I think it's kind of worth playing around. I mean, it's like a very insubstantial amount of buff. It's like 5%, so you're literally gaining, like, for certain units, maybe like one attack, melee attack, so it's pretty insignificant. But I always like those type of maps with other objectives. I don't know why people don't. I think it's fairly boring that people don't like them, but that's a whole nother topic. For the armies, we do have Drycha with Rouse the Wrath, Pendulum, Melkoths, and that is it. For the Branch Wraith, we do have Melkoths as well, with Call of the Woods, granting that +5 melee attack. Should be buffing up her fellow Dryads here. So 4 of Dryads total, and we also have some Eternal Guard plus Blade Guard Hagbane tips. We also have, for the skirmishing, just 1 unit of Glade Riders at the moment. But I imagine there will be more in the back pocket. For the Beastman side, we do have a great Bray Shaman of Wild with Trader Kin, no surprise there, on a chariot. Zangors and Ungors will be the front line. We do have some Zangors and the Blackhorns Ravagers, the Goreherd Arawar. They do have Rowdy and Perfect Vigor, pretty good all around. And just good enough stats. Like 81 on a Beastman unit is pretty fantastic. I mean, I think Zangors only have 70. Yeah, These guys are awesome. I love the Blackhorn Ravagers. But Ungor Raiders as well for the range component. No surprise there. Ungor Spearmen. And then the Butcher of Falcon Guard. You already know. Plus we have some Chaos Warhounds and Centaurs on the right hand flank. Hagbane Tips going around, shooting to the side of those Angors. Going to whittle down those shields a little bit. Shields are going to absorb all that impact though. Beastmen capture their home objective, and Wood Elves start capturing point 3 as they're a little faster to that approach, and can capture it quicker than the Beastmen can. Though the Beastmen do take that middle point, giving them that little small boost to melee attack. And we're just going to have units start shooting in. The barrier of the Zangor is kind of mitigating a lot of the damage there from those Hagbane Tips. Chaos Warhounds and Centaurs trying to chase off these Glade Riders, but we do have the Wild Hunters of Kurnus who are hidden at the moment, and the Beastman player just probably now saw them. They'll be able to surround and kill these Centaurs if they get a charge off on them. Though, looks like the Glade Riders are going to get charged by the Chaos Warhounds, are going to get caught by them. These Wild Hunters definitely need to get on top of that, though I understand their cautiousness, considering there's 2 Centaurs here, plus the Warhounds. We do have the Butchers pushing in, Ungor Raiders firing back and forth with the Blade Guard. Butchers going to come over and get on top of these Internal Guard. Sangors going to beat down on these Internal Guard. We do have the summon from those Drycha trying to corner off and surround the Centaurs and Chaos Warhound. That's a pretty good play there by Drycha, keeping those Wild Hunters of Kurnus back to get that final surround there and sealing the deal for all 3 of these guys. These guys route off, the Warhounds route off, and then the other Centaurs. That is a big catch there for the Wood Elf side. Impressive play there. Big old Trader Kin overcasted, hitting all of these Internal Guard, the Dryads, the Glade Guard. That's a nice value there. Already picking up 500 value with that single cast. But you're just beating down on these Wild Hunters, and that's a perfect spot for them. Though Wild Hunters do have anti-large, so you need support from, say, Zangors, which are providing set support, mitigating a lot of the damage they could be taking from the Wild Hunters, who didn't get the charge off, presumably. Chaos Warhounds making their way into the back line. Going to try to chase down these Glade Riders, though they're going to get a charge from the Glade Riders. And do they catch up? They do have the charge speed, but they're running uphill, so maybe not. They will turn around and instead get on top of these Glade Guard and stop them from shooting. Do a little bit of damage to them as well, but they are now going to probably get surrounded by these Glade Riders and possibly routed off. We'll see. These Wild Hunters, unfortunately, have now are fleeing off the field with only 200 value. Thanks to the Butchers, who are relatively unhurt, undamaged. This point is still in the hands of the Beastmen. Same with point 2. And point 3 has been taken by the Beastmen as well. Point 1, their home objective for the Wood Elves, are still in their hands. The Glade Riders need to come back, possibly be sent over to point 2 and take it, or get us around and hammer and anvil in these Beastmen infantry units, because they could break them very quickly. Branch Wraith has been been routed off, and I'm not sure why, but tough time for them, and they're going to be running off. Blackhorn's Ravagers as well being routed off. Ungor Raiders being pushed back as they no longer have any infantry to protect them. Centaurs engaged right now with the Wild Hunters. They're kind of trying to finish them off, and now they're going to get into the backline on the Glade Guard, which is no good for the Wood Elves, though we do have some Dryads coming over to surround them and possibly help. But these Butchers could always turn around and help out once they're done with these Internal Guard, who will be routing once they get recharged. Dryads trying to catch on to the Centaurs, or we're trying to catch the Undergors, but now have stopped for some reason. I'm not sure if it's because of the Centaurs, who have gotten us around on Miss Drycha herself. Melkost are on top of them and gonna damage them a little bit, slow them down. These Glade Riders coming back. These have also come back as well. Warherd pushing back these Glade Guard. Definitely need these Wild Riders to support, and I think they will be supporting because those Glade Guard need to be up and shooting again. Glade Riders taking point 3. And overall, what are the points looking like? 360 for 4 to 430. 0.1 still in the hands of the Wood Elves, and 0.3 is starting to go into the hands of the Wood Elf in terms of cap weight, as we have Glade Riders on top of them. Though Chaos Warhounds are going to come over and attack them. Theoretically, though, the Glade Riders should win. It's just the issue is that they're not doing what they should be doing in that case. And they're also half HP, so they might actually lose that. I think they will, especially with the help of another Chaos Warhound being sent in. Dryads fighting with these Ungor Raiders, whittling them down. Centaurs being slowed down by Melkoths. Glade Riders unfortunately get terror routed, presumably by the Butchers. And the Zangors rout off now. The Zangors trying to slow down and chase down these, or rather trying to chase down these Eternal Guard and stop them from moving on to the point. And they do so, or rather push into the back line, and they do so. Great Brave Shaman helps out here with the Dryads. Dryads are going to be riding off soon, only 3 leadership. Destroyers of Drakwad summoned in. We do have 0.3 still in the hands of the Beastmen. Unfortunately, those Hagbane tips got either routed off or screened out. I'm not sure. But 0.1 still remains in the hands of the Wood Elves. We do have another Traderkin here hitting all 3 of these Dryads, plus Eternal Guard and Drycha. Glade Riders pushing back into these Ungor Raiders, trying to screen them out, finish them off. Dryads getting caught by the Destroyers of Drakwad, who are chasing after the Ungor Raiders. With the help of the Chaos Warhounds, those Dryads should be finished off soon. Wild Riders being screened out by the Centaurs and are routed off. Eternal Guard going to get recharged by the Centaurs and slowed down, giving the Butchers time to catch up and also get a recharge into them. Presumably, here we go. And then we also have another actually, they're coming over to support on this front line over here. This blob. They could catch out Drycha and end up killing her. That could be a solid nail in the coffin there for the Wood Elves. Especially with the Branch Rift also being caught out by Chaos Warhounds, unfortunately. It's looking a bit tough here for the Wood Elves. They're not able to make it to any of these points, especially point 3, as much as they've tried. Maybe sending some Dryads over as soon as possible would be nice, considering that all the Warriors of Chaos player does is just, or rather, excuse me, all the Beastman player does is send Centaurs and Hounds over. And theoretically, Dryads should win that. Warhounds coming over, going to help out with these War Dancers who do pop that Shadow's Coil. This is probably one of the units that they need at the moment, is War Dancers. They're able to grind it out with Zangors and Ungors, but when they're getting charged by Centaurs, that's a whole different thing. 46 charge bonus these guys have, and they do some dirty work. We do have some War Dancers summoned in as well, going over to point 3. We do have some Dryads here actually out-capping those Ungors. If the Beastman player doesn't notice, actually the Wood Elf player sends in the Dryads, and they're going to get routed off probably soon. We'll see. We do have the Ungor Raiders pushing ahead. Let's see what they do. Probably going to turn around and start shooting. Drycha, unfortunately, is probably going to get killed here by the Butchers. Somehow this Branch Wraith is still up with 466 HP. Centaurs on point 1, and then we have even more coming. Centaurs are freaking everywhere. And another Traderkin that is, yep, hitting the Eternal Guard and the Blade Singers, or the Work Dancers. That's probably going to finish those guys off. 900 points to 600 for the Beastman player. And it's looking like it definitely will probably be the Beastman's win. Good try there by the Wood Elves, but unfortunately, the Beastman herd was a bit too much. Yeah, sorry, Zebra. That's tough. That's really tough, losing out on just 1 point. I've had those games, trust me. Wood Elf player is going to start sending some infantry over to point 3. Going to try to scrap it back. They said they didn't hear no bell, so they're going to keep going. I do have the Piggy summoned in. Piggies come to town, and they're going to try to run down some Wood Elves. Butchers somehow have not finished off Drycha. Like, it's because she's a foot model. I mean, she's a foot character, so she's constantly getting knocked over, not taking any damage. It's just aggravating as as a player is whenever your full surround of Minotaurs on top of these on a Lord can't kill it. But that's just, you know, Total War Warhammer 3 in general, or just Total War in general. But Beastman player is going to react quickly and send everything practically over to point 3, as they have a decent contingent of units on point 1. Just gonna pretty much barrier them out here. Just gonna shut them out from taking any points. Grey Shaman being is being the escort now. Took away that title from the butchers as they weren't doing the job. Dryad summoned in as well, and yeah, they're just cornered in the trees at the moment. It was a good attempt, but definitely the Beastman player is gonna win this. Solid match all around.
Slain our lord.
13k value there for the Beastman side, 9,000 for the Wood Elves. Beastmen are just so dominant. I don't know where they're at in the domination leaderboard, or the stats wise. Let's see. I'll check after this game. But they're doing pretty fantastic here. And the other domination matches I've watched, in land battle, they're extremely strong as well. Hunger Raiders obstructing each other. Actually, I think it's just because of the trees. The trees are obstructing them. Yeah, at this point, Lanius is trying to scrap it back, continuing to scrap it back, but at this point, I would just bow out. But as a new player, you don't know this type of stuff, so.
You have been bested. There is only defeat.
Well played to both players. Let's see what the values are like here. $13.14 on Drycha, $5.68 here on the Branch Wraith. Everything else did okay. Dryads are really where you want to go here against Beastmen. The issue is just all the Centaurs. You know, Centaurs, you're going to have a tough time because they just trade so effectively against Wild Riders and are just a menace. At this point, just just spamming out Glade Riders is the right choice, and that's what the Wood Elf player did. It's just I'd probably go with just Drycha, not with the Branch Wraith, honestly. And even then, I'm not even sure if I'd go with Drycha. I mean, Drycha's a good choice. I'd probably go with maybe Sisters for the breath attacks, sniping out Bray Shamans with the arrows. And or if you're sniping out Minotaur models. Yeah, terror routes from that dragon could be pretty nice. But good match. Oh yeah, Great Bray Shaman, 2,000 value here, 2091. Sentis, 1486. Sentis are tough to deal with. And everything else did fine. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Senti is just clutching it there for the Beastman side. Sorry about that, guys. I'm getting a little tired. Let's move on to the grand finals. Well, if we have the ability to. I think the other players just started playing recently, so. Yeah, Hydro and Lendis are still playing at the moment, so. We're just gonna have to wait. I wish admins could change people's names because Totem Tavern names don't unfortunately update with Discord. Ugh. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But I've seen a high quality amount of new players now in these recent tournaments. They've been doing incredibly well. Must be from watching all of Turn's games. Let's see here. All right, all right. Weird how hard some matchups are against. Oh yeah, I was gonna check what the stats were like for Beastman at the moment. Okay. So for stats for Beastman, yeah, up to 61% right now. That's how freaking good they are. With the amount of, it's because they keep getting because they keep getting like benefits from the DLCs like Zangors. That wasn't even for Beastman. That was for Zinch, but Beastman also got them. Yeah, just they've been doing so incredibly well. They're such a good swarm faction. I mean, as you guys heard, or as you guys knew with Greenskins in the previous patches, I don't know if you guys were actually there, but apparently Greenskins were extremely dominant. 54% win rate there. 59% win rate there. And 60%. Because just Horde factions are just really, really good, especially Beastmen and Greenskins. But Beastmen have just been doing so incredibly well nowadays. Up to 61% right now, and Kislev has 70%. They're just underneath an OP faction. Nothing is good into Kislev really at the moment, and they're just underneath that. Chaos Demons as well somehow. I don't know what's going on with Chaos Demons, but they've done fantastic. I'm guessing because of Furies. I'm guessing Furies have brought Nurgle, Chaos Demons, and Zinch up out of the pits. The Zinch should always have been about 50%, 60. So, my God, look how many Nurgle games we've had this season. Jesus, 253, 100 to 85. My God, that is so many matches. Yeah, let's see. What have Beastmen lost against really? Win rates have been okay across the board. They struggle against Tomb Kings a little bit, but again, these are small sample pools. These are the smallest sample pools, these factions. They'll Kislev 1%. They won one match against Kislev, and that's it. That's the one match that they've played. Yeah, Beastmen are just so incredibly good nowadays. Yeah, what else they've lost 0 times. Yeah, exactly. Like, look at how many games Norska has, and look how many wins Beastmen have. My God, that is atrocious. They also, I can believe this 100%. They trump Chaos Dwarves because, in value wise, you're never gonna trade up good enough into Beastmen as Chaos Dwarves ever. I would, if I was as a Chaos Dwarf player, I would never take this matchup into Beastmen. Just no, thank you. Yeah, but yeah, Nurgle 253 freaking wins. Like, what is going on here? That beats, like you said, that beats most factions Actual total games played. Nurgle is actually doing okay against Beastman, 10 of 13. I guess because of the blobby, maybe. I don't know. One second, guys. I'm just gonna have a water break. Alright. I'm sorry about that, guys. Let me see if people are done with their match yet. If not, then for some reason these two have not. Okay. Okay. Do. Oh. Alright. Sorry, I'm just trying to get them to input their scores. Alright, and then Floating Fat Man and Hydro will play. What do I have as the final map here? I think I have Edge of the Darkwood. I don't remember what map that is exactly, like what it looks like. So hopefully it's a good map. Alright. So we are going to see the Beastman again. I think... I don't know how Hydra's playing. Yeah, I really don't remember Edge of the Darkwood. Hopefully it's a good map. We'll see. Seems fine on paper. There's a little forest on the sides. Oh, you know what? I know this map. What am I talking about? I'm silly. I know exactly what this map is. I literally just saw Turin play on it the other day. I think it was yesterday? Yeah. It's a good map. I do like this map a lot. But Beastman against Khorne. That's tough. Let's see what the stats are for Beastman and Khorne. For Beastman up against Khorne, they have a 71% win rate against Khorne, 10-4. By all means, the Beastman player can win this. I mean, by all means, the Khorne player can win this. But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. We'll see. I'm already liking what I'm seeing there. I'm already kind of rooting for the Khorne player seeing this. Okay, both players are ready. Let's get right into it. So that is a whole lot of throwing axes, as you can see. 4 of those, plus 3 Sentis. A whole mass Senti build. All we need is a Centaur Lord, which you can get on tabletop. Give us a Centaur Lord, please. I love that. That'll make Centaur haters even more upset. Including me. I'm one of those. But Centaurs are cool, thematically. We also have what is his name? The Brood? I forgot. Blood Brute Behemoth? Yeah, Blood Brute Behemoth. That is a mouthful. Yeah. The Gorgon ROR, pretty cool. He does have that strength from flesh for that 0.2% heal, which is pretty nasty. If he's in, if it's in melee, right? Yeah. Plus he has, of course, the Blood Greed, which is fantastic. So he's a tough boy. No, more hate. More hate. Let the hate flow through you. Centaurs, a whole bunch of throwing axes, as you guys saw already. Brave Shaman with, look at that, Traderkin and a chariot. Oh, who would have expected? Valkia with demon. No Spear of Lamnir. What's going on here? Excuse me. 2 cultists with the Bloodletter summon. I don't know why there's no spear. That's the most cost-effective thing. Why would you not bring it? But in return, we do have 2 freaking Chosen. Heck yes. Some Chosen of coordinate weapons, man. I love these guys. Too bad they're about to get a bunch of throwing axes to the face. But, you know, what can you do? But yeah, man, look at those beefy stat line. 46, 49, 69 of strength. 10 bonuses infantry. Flaming attacks, 130 armor, 85 leadership. They're friggin' slow as heck though. 28. Like, why are they so slow? I understand. I mean, Chaos Warriors are also 28. So. But yeah, Chosen of Khorne will absolutely beat anything that the Beastmen have on their roster in terms of infantry. But then you have Sentis, just running amok in your back line. I mean, Corn doesn't have a back line, but they'll get some nasty rear charges on you. And then not only that, you have to deal with freaking Minotaurs, which is tough. But here we go. Hopefully, I'm rooting for the Chosen here. I need to see some Chosen absolutely butchering Beastmen, please. Rooting for the Corn win. I don't think I've had a Corn win in the noob tourneys yet. Come on, let's do it. But yeah, here's the thing. When you're dealing with Beastmen, you need a whole lot of Furies. Why? Because Centaurs are throwing axes.
We have a victory point. Keep it from the foe.
You also need Fleshhounds. But throwing these throwing axes into Marauders is fine, honestly. Losing Marauders throwing axes, that's perfectly fine. An okay sacrifice there for the Corn side. Chaos Warriors taking some axes as well. Chaos Warriors do have Silver Shields to mitigate some of that damage. Look at that freaking charge, man. Not only do the Centaurs throw their axes in melee, but they have a decent charge bonus as well. 33 plus okay stats, 27-20. So they get that charge bonus in, then they throw in the axes. It's pretty tough. Yeah, look at these poor Marauders. They're suffering here. 96 models left, down to less than half HP. Yikes for them. Yeah, Centaur's gonna charge in here as well on the freaking Marauders. Those Marauders are gone. Marauders just being picked apart by freaking Centaurs that we do have some Chaos Fury summoned in. And this is what the demonic factions need to deal with Centaurs, because the Centaurs are ridiculous. So we just spam out Chaos Furies. If they only had 2 Chaos Furies, they were only limited to 2. That would make it tough for them to deal with the Centaurs. Though they do have Fleshhounds, so at least there's that. But Marauders gonna get ravaged by the Bloodbrute Behemoth. He does heal in melee, so he will take very little damage. But at the same time, he will really not pick up much value beating up on Marauders the entire time. So, but he's stopping them from getting to the point. That's what matters. Kyrie's Furies are already gone. These guys get surrounded and gone, and these are just gonna go as well. Yeah, Centaurs are heinous, man. So heinous. I hate them right now. Big old Traderkin. Yikes. Overcasted hitting both Chosen. Man, that is some good value there. Or did it hit these Chosen? I don't think it did, actually. I think it hit just the Chosen and Marauders. But Jesus. That's tough. But in return, we do get to see the Great Bray Shaman rotted off. We just need something to capitalize on. Where's the Fleshhounds? Where's the Chaos Warhounds to chase them off? Because now the Beastman player can just summon out any Centaurs or Hounds themselves. Valkia on point 3 is helping out the Chaos Warriors with the Centaurs. Going to run them down, especially with the help of the Cultists. There they go. They're routing. Only 19 models left. They're throwing axes. Need some new orders. These guys are throwing axes into, I don't even know what they're throwing them into at the moment. Just Chosen, which are having a tough time here. I mean, look at what is happening here. They are surrounded by Centaurs, the Bloodbrute, Butchers, and they are they're struggling, to say the least. Pestigor's coming over as well. Centaurs running in the back line, probably going to try to save their Bray Shaman. Or are they thinking they're trying to run away from Valkia, who's chasing them off? That's what she's perfect for. Centaur's skirmishing with the Chaos Furies. You're trying to chase them down. Chaos Warriors going to make it over to point 1, possibly take it. Though we do have the Destroyers of Drakwad, who the Corn player doesn't see at the moment. But that point will be contested. Point 2 and point 1, however, stay in the hands of the Beastmen at the moment, while point 3 is in the hands of Corn. 575, big point lead to 70 of Corn at the moment. What is this? That Pestigor debuff, slowing them down and reducing their vigor, which is pretty tough. These Butchers, or rather these Minotaurs, are taking some throwing axes to the face, which is not perfect. They need to be pulled back and just let something else take them. Like maybe Valkia, who... Oh, right now Valkia is surrounded. She is not having a tough... Yikes. This is trailer Valkia, what's happening right now. I don't know how she's gonna live through this, but I don't even think the Centaurs are needed here. I think they could just be brought over to throw their throwing axes into the Minotaurs. The Minotaurs actually, I think they just need to ignore the Bray Shaman and help out here because Valkia, she needs some help. Otherwise, I mean, to be fair, she's not taking much damage because she is a foot character at the moment. So she's probably just getting knocked over. Traderkin gonna hit both of them though, however. Oh my god, that poor Minotaur gets punted. Classic. Pestigor is gonna run over, try to take point 3. Do have point 1, it's still in the hands of the Beastmen. These Chaos Warriors were gonna try to take it, but yeah, surrounded by Pentagors and fighting off the Destroyers of Drakwold. It's too much. Great weapons. They theoretically would do okay here, but the issue is there's too many Beastmen units here. There's the Centaurs, the Gorgon, and Butchers of Kalkengard, so it's just too much for them. But Valkia, she's finally starting to take some significant damage, and who knows if she'll ever able to be out of that. Point 2, staying in the hands of the Beastmen, staying rather dominant for the Beastmen side. Chosen still up in about 60 kills here. 1,000 value. Bloodletters got summoned in finally by the cultist. Can be sent over to help out. Though we do have the Hounds of the Bloodhunt also summoned in. Gonna get a nice, nasty little rear charge here on the Pestigors. Pestigors only have 25 melee defense and not the greatest leadership, so we might end up routing here. We'll see. But yeah, there goes Valkia, terrified, and she might end up getting killed here by the Gorgon. We'll see. Yep, and she gets KO'd. Oh no, poor Valkia. She's gone. Yeah, definitely that Slayer Slavnir would have helped a bit out. But nonetheless, point 2 is in the hands of Khorne finally. After a while the Beastman was dealing with that blob the entire time, we're trying to kill Valkia the entire time. Gave the Beastman player or Khorne player time to catch that point. Point 3 and 2 are in the hands of Khorne at the moment. Point 1 is remaining in the hands of the Beastman. No, not at the moment, nor do, but I will stream your amazing Slaanesh plays here soon. Not today, probably sometime next week. Or I'll make a video of it, we'll see. But these poor Khorne Taurus are gone now, unfortunately. Chosen of Khorne and these Chosen have been routed off. These are coming back. Gonna butcher through these Ungor. As you can see, look at these Ungor, just gone. Whittling down like butter. But yeah, Gorgon is gonna turn that around real quick. 940 to 322, and I probably think that the Beastmen have this. With Valkia falling, look how in value lead that the Beastmen are at the moment. Just fantastic work by the Beastman player. It's just the Beastmen in general being the way they are. The Hellforge host coming over, but the issue is that what can you really do about these, the Gorgon and the Butchers of Kalkengard? The Gorgon is pretty much unhurt. I had 1576 value so far. 10,000 HP you still have to deal with. It's tough. Everybody will see your mark. Don't worry. But yeah, I think this will be going to the Beastman side. Pretty cool though, seeing the Chosen. It's just unfortunate they weren't enough. 1921 though on this freaking Chosen. My god, they were butchering. Hell yes. And look at them, the 14 models still left. Tough guys. So cool. But well played to both players. No, dude, that game is being streamed, and everybody will witness your Slaanesh glory, don't worry. But well played to both players, as I said. The Beastmen are troublesome, that's for sure. You thought the Chaos Furies were tough to deal with? Tell me about the Centaurs, man. Tell me about the freaking Centaurs. Ever since they got their animations changed or fixed, they've been an absolute menace. 1036 here, 505 here, 810 here, 1109 on this one. I mean, to be fair, obviously the build wasn't really built for all these Henties, but and losing Valkia like that as well was pretty tough. But still, Henties are pretty egregious. Great Braciaman, fantastic as well. 1226, no surprise. Butchers of Kalkengard up to 1200 value essentially. Pestigors, great. Everything else. Prison of Core 1921 on these guys and 1000 on these guys. Hell yeah. I'd love to see it. Chosen is so freaking cool. 300 value here and here. Yeah, definitely more Chaos Warhounds and Fleshhounds would be good here. And even some Throwing Axes. Throwing Axes would also be great. But none of that matters because they brought Chosen, because Chosen are awesome. So that's all that they win on, simply on the rule of cool. That's how it goes. Only if I destroy your play in the video. I'll try. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that to you, Nardu. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to be nice. Alright. Thank you to everybody who played in the tournament. Congratulations to Fat Floating Man. I think this is Floating Fat Man. I think it's Floating Fat Man. Well, and Nardu, I will see you next time with your Slaanesh Blaze. I'll post it whenever I'll probably do a stream. It's probably just easier just to do a stream. But nonetheless, I'll catch you next time and the rest of you as well. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye bye. Have a good one. Hasta la vista.